Well, hello my guys and gals, my name is Formative Fox and today we are doing a Disney Hades look. We'll hope that this works out. Obviously I have no brows in preparation for this lovely look. I'm also going to be doing all of the real light makeup with you guys because I feel like this look is going to be pretty easy and everything after the black light look is just going to be highlighting. So I didn't want this to be super boring for you. So let's get to it, shall we?
So I'm starting off by putting some purple in my crease, even though it doesn't really matter because when I go under UV it's not really going to show, but I wanted to stay as true to his coloring in the cartoon as I possibly could. I have absolutely no idea or reference how to do masculine makeup, and I have very feminine features, so it is kind of hard for me to do this type of makeup, but I really did try. I didn't do eyeliner or lashes or what I'd normally do when I was doing a feminine makeup, but we gave it a shot. And to add some depth, I'm putting some highlight in the inner corners and on the lids of my eyes. Then we're going in with some black to deepen those eye sockets because he is dead, technically. He has a very gaunt, dead look. And I am blending this out quite well, however it doesn't really matter. If you miss a spot for blending, UV light is really forgiving, so you're not really even going to be able to see it. The colors also really don't matter. I used the highlights, however, so that if the light catches it, it doesn't look like I just have a black eye. Cue the change of lighting when we're going to hollow out my cheekbones, because again, he is very dead. Gaunt, and chiseling out that jawbone that I don't have. I also did some definition on the neck where I feel makes it a little bit more masculine. For this lighting, I decided it was a little bit too blue, so I turned my blue lights down. Some of you might not know that I do use lighting tricks so that I don't have to paint my whole body, so it looks a little bit more complicated than it actually is. Because I'm smart. I trick you into thinking that I do a lot of work for my looks when I don't. So you'll see me kind of putting some definition on my nose and some highlights on my nose and my cheeks, but in this lighting it doesn't really show as much. But then when you see the change of lighting, bam! There it is. Look at all that highlight. Also very noted that I look a lot more dead in this lighting. And I do stack up the colors, so the blue is just a base color for the highlights on my cheeks. I'm just mapping out where I'd like the lighter areas on my face to be. All of the other areas are going to show up like a dark blue, dark purple. So Hades has really gaunt, sharp features, and I know I couldn't accomplish a lot of that on my own face, being very rounded and very feminine. However, I did try my best with lighting tricks and with makeup tricks. He has a very, very sharp chin, which I couldn't accomplish, but I could try to emulate with what I'm doing with the highlighting. Cosplayers really are shapeshifters. We do know a lot of techniques to change our face shape, however, it is a little impossible to change the base that much. So I did what I could. Is that what you really think, Kefka? Tell us what you think. Cooper. And then moving on to the lips, I did a blue Coop. Okay, moving on to the lips, and I'm using my dark blue liquid lipstick on my top lip, and for the bottom lip, I noticed that his lips are two different colors, so I decided to use that same purple eyeshadow for the bottom lip, just to make it look a little lighter and look a little bit softer. And then, as per usual, I'm highlighting the pieces on my chest, like my collarbone. I also decided to make myself look a little bit more muscly because I don't have muscle, and highlighted behind my neck. And then something I don't normally do, I highlighted the back of my chin to make it a little bit more masculine and a little bit more sharp. And And all the while I'm just blending with a fluffy brush or my fingers. I actually really like blending these cream paints with my fingers because I find that it works the best and you get the best gradient with it. I was so proud of this look and how blended it was. And I did attempt pecs, but that kind of got covered up by his toga, so you didn't really see that detail. But I did try, okay? And I'm putting that same blue paint in my hair. I am putting this in with product. If you put it in without product, it does get kind of crunchy and flaky, and that's not desired, so I did put it in with the product. What I used was a heat styling product just because it stays oily, and that's what I wanted. Usually to style my hair, all I do is put a texturizing spray. That is literally all that I use. I get asked a lot. I don't typically use hairspray, however, I did to set this into my hair. And that's my recommendation. If you're putting this stuff in your hair, make sure to put product in with it. A product that's going to keep it moist, as well as a product that's going to help set it on your hair. Otherwise, it does get flaky and you get flakes everywhere. And that's not what we want, okay? For the brighter areas on the hair and the face, I'm using the green UV face paint. I find that it just makes the blue brighter instead of showing up as a green. So that's my trick for the highlights on the blue. And going in with the high highlights on my face, I'm doing my brows just to make sure that expression doesn't get lost. And he's very expressive, so I wanted to make sure that that came through in the character. And my nose to make it look extra sharp, and my cheekbones to make them look extra sharp. You get the point yet? Yeah? No? Okay. You'll see that I go in with the paints multiple times to make sure that they're blended properly and they look the way that I want them to. And I did do my collarbone, however I put way too much green, so I ended up covering that up and blending it out. The nice thing with these paints is you can kind of put eyeshadow over it and make it disappear even though it's still there. And as I'm putting all of the high highlights over my blues, that is the look. Thank you so much for watching. All I have to do is put my teeth in. I used my shark teeth, which I also have a tutorial for on here. And that was about it. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed the videos on my TikTok and on my Instagram. And thank you for watching. And now your favorite part, a sexy makeup montage.
I just wanted to let you know before you go that there are some links down in the description below. They lead to the people that helped me with this episode, as well as all of my other medias if you want to follow me in other places or play games with me. Wow. There's also a couple buttons down there that I see. I see you haven't pressed them yet. Subscribe and like. I don't know what they do, but you could definitely see what they do. Oh, and some recommended videos just in case you're bored.